Hi, I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Sam.
And we're here with a feeding frenzy for the Master Key System. We're on part 4, number 17.
17. Herbert Spender said,
Go Herbie.
He was, amid all the mysteries by which we are surrounded, nothing is more certain than that we are ever in the presence of an infinite and eternal energy from which all things proceed.
Makes sense to me.
I agree. So what is that infinite and eternal energy, which are all capitalized?
It's the same thing for me. It's a God. It's
God.
Universe. It's Spirit. It's whatever you want to, whatever label you want to put on it. It's the same thing.
Nothing is more certain than that we are ever in the presence. So that presence, that God, is everywhere, all the time.
Everywhere. All the time. In everything. In everyone. Everywhere. And that, especially when I'm busy judging something, I forget. I forget that. Do you too?
From which all things proceed. You know, I do forget it, because if I didn't forget it, I wouldn't worry about anything. You know, I wouldn't be hurt or sad or angry about anything if I could remember in the moment that God is in the middle of this. And especially that God is in the middle of me, you know, and that I have God right here with me all the time, and He's working for my good every minute of every day, and everything that's happening is for my good. If I could remember that, then I'd quit worrying so much.
Yep.
You know.
So remember it.
No matter what problem I'm having, it somehow is for my good. It's hard to remember. It's hard to remember when you
in the middle of the
go
problem.
to the doctor last week and
Yeah.
have some tests. That's hard to remember in the middle of everything.
It is.
You know?
Why is that one simple thing so hard to hold on to?
I don't know. It's almost as if we expect bad things to happen. To me. You know, it's almost as if, I don't know, it's just almost as if it's why me? Why poor pitiful me? Why did this happen to me? You know? I don't know. When I look at my bank account, sometimes I'm just let it get the best of me. And if I would remember that God is in even that, you know, and He is our source, then I wouldn't even let that get to me. But sometimes that's hard with the little our reality.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. Sometimes it really is.
So,
But
in the other study about second force, sometimes I think that little our reality is the second force.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like,
well, like some of the things that we've learned in this study is that what we are seeing, what we are actually living in now, are the effects of what's already been, and that's hard to picture too.
well, and it's the effects that limit us. We forget that behind those effects, with the causes, we can just cause something else. You know, and we can make, if we don't like what we have here in this little our reality, we can change it. And we forget that because we're in this little our reality, and that's what we see and feel and hear. It's hard to remember that, okay, I don't like this, then I just have to change it. And for me, sometimes it's like, okay, but how do I change it? What do I need to do different? And sometimes that's hard for me to figure out.
Well, sometimes it's hard to see.
Yeah. And I mean, when I'm looking at my bank account, I'm like, working as hard as I can work. How do I change this? How do I make this different? I know I can. But it's figuring out which direction to move in to make it happen.
It's a choice.
Yep. And it's the changing the thoughts. Sometimes that's not as easy as it sounds.
It's not. Sometimes it's not. But it's all good stuff.
It is good stuff.
Shrink.